Hey guys, Crow here again. This is part 2 of my earlier video. If you watched that or if you didn't watch it. Just to recap, I bought a bunch of gaming stuff today. Earlier I showed off the Nintendo GameCube with Game Boy Player and PS2 and a ton of games that I spent $100 on, and I got a total of 46 games, a GameCube with a Game Boy Player, a PlayStation 2, 3 PS2 controllers, and 2 GameCube controllers. And this crappy little Mad Catz memory card. The PS2 came with memory cards also. Those are first party, so cool. Part 2. I spent another $50, and I'm not really looking at the camera, am I? I spent another $50, and I got something else. I got a Sega Genesis. This is the Model 1, so it's got the volume slider because it's got the headphone jack, which you didn't really see on video game consoles. But yeah, this is the Model 1. It's a bit dirty. It's a bit dusty and dirty, but we'll do some cleanup on that. This apparently still works. I have not tested it yet. Like I said, I want to clean it up first before I test anything. But yeah, got the headphone jack. It's actually got a built-in volume slider, power switch. It's got a reset button, some kind of expansion slot there. I'm not sure what that's for. I don't know if that works with the Sega CD or not. I don't know. But yeah, it's got some kind of little hole in the back. I don't know what that's for. And then it's got your power. Where is it? Power. RCA cables, mono audio and video, RF, and then your channel. These old consoles, you had to play them on either channel 3 or 4. So it's got a little channel switch there. This did not come with an AV cable, so I'm going to have to buy one before I test it. I don't have a CRT monitor. I don't have a TV that has coax. So because this only has the RF, I can't test this yet until I have an AV cable. I don't know anybody with an AV cable to borrow, so I'm going to have to buy one. But I checked on Amazon and they're pretty cheap. So, Genesis Model 1. Very cool. This has... Let's see. First off, we've got 2 different power blocks here. I don't know why we have 2, but we have 2. Sorry, this stuff is like really tangled. No, we've got two power blocks. I don't know if one of these maybe doesn't work or something. I don't know. I don't know which is which. They actually seem to be slightly different from each other. But these are both Sega, so I don't know. They look like they'll both fit. I don't know. I'll check it out. I'm guessing whatever matches the serial number on here. It's got 2 controllers, which I don't actually want to use, and I'll explain why. So I mentioned the memory card earlier, the GameCube memory card I got, the Mad Catz. I don't trust Mad Catz peripherals. Actually, let me just unwind this. The 2 controllers that I got with these, they're both 3-button controllers. They're actually the same type of controller. They've got turbo switches on them, which is cool. Here's the problem. These are also Mad Catz. Yeah. I mean, they feel comfortable in my hand. But the reason I don't like Mad Catz, and I think I said this earlier, I'll say it again. Anything Mad Catz I've ever bought has just either not worked from the get-go or stopped working within a couple of days. I've never had any sort of good luck with Mad Catz. I refuse to trust my save data with a Mad Catz memory card, so that thing is getting chucked out the window or sold or something. And I don't... Now, granted, all I've ever bought from Mad Catz was controllers, but again, I always had issues with every Mad Catz controller I bought. So I refuse to use them. Again, these controllers do feel pretty comfortable. I like the idea of having a turbo controller, but I will be buying Genesis controllers. I'm probably going to buy... I'll start off with a 3-button, and if this thing works, I'll probably pick up a 6-button as well. First party. I always try and get first party for controllers and memory cards anyway. Oh, and then here's the RF switch, which I can't use. This actually came from Radio Shack. But yeah, no, I can't use this. I don't have a CRT TV. If I ever get a bigger apartment and have a game room set up, then, you know, if I've got the room, I kind of want to get a CRT TV. Anyway, the guy I bought this from, he found the disc for the Game Boy player, so I have that. This is in really, really nice condition. So, good to have this. And now, the part you've been waiting for, the games. We've got 13 Genesis games in here. I'll just make some room here. So, first off, we've got the Genesis 6-pack. I don't know if you can read that. I'll just read them off. It's got Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Revenge of Shinobi, Columns, which is Sega's Tetris, basically, and Super Hang-On, which I believe is a motorcycle racing game. So, yeah. The Genesis 6-pack. I've got, I didn't even realize this came out on the, during this era, but Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. So, if I decide to keep this, I'll definitely probably want to get a 6-button controller. You gotta have Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast! We've also got Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sadly, no Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We've got Wheel of Fortune. Oh god, I forgot how small these cartridges were. We've got NFL Quarterback Club 96. I'll have to glue the label back on. It's coming off there, but I got that. We've got Paperboy. This was put out by Tengen, I don't know. I didn't even know this was on the Genesis. But it's Tengen, so they kind of did, not really knockoffs, but they did stuff. I think the Gaming Historian did a video about Tengen, so go watch that. We've got, don't watch it right now, just watch me. Then when we're done, then you can. Tecmo Super Baseball. More sports games. A lot of this stuff I'm probably going to be selling. I believe this is I think this is a basketball game. College Slam. And I gotta glue the label on this one again. This one's coming off. Almost done here. We've got, oh yeah. So this is my one. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, Sonic and Knuckles. So, remember, this has got the flip-up thing, and you can take your copy of Sonic 3 and plug that on top there, and then you could, I believe this lets you play as Knuckles in Sonic 3. So that's cool. Very, very cool. Okay, just a few left. Put the bag down there. I have so many bags now. We've got Real Monsters. Remember this show? This was on Nickelodeon, I believe. I think. Yeah, Nickelodeon. It says right there, Nickelodeon. Real Monsters. We've got NBA Jam, classic basketball game. And last but not least, Bugs Bunny in Double Trouble. So that was my other purchase. I spent $150. Stuff I probably shouldn't have spent money on. But I've expanded my collection. Like I said, I'm probably gonna be selling most. Well, more than likely, I'm gonna be selling most of these or getting rid of them in some way, shape, or form. But I mean, for $150, you know, 3 consoles, at least 2 controllers each, all the hookups except for the AV cable for the Genesis, and 59 games altogether. And a Game Boy player with the disc. With the disc. The Game Boy player and the disc alone I've seen for like around $150 on average, just for those two alone on like Amazon and eBay. Usually they go for more because people lose that disc and they can't find it. And you end up with a Game Boy player that you sell for like $30 minimum. So I think I got a pretty good deal here. You know, and I could probably resell a lot of these games and make back, I don't know, maybe half of what I spent on it. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I may or may not be back tonight with more Final Fantasy VI for Final Fantasy month. I don't know what's going on with that just yet. So I'm not sure if I'm playing tonight or if my co-host Arlen Yuki is going to be starting Final Fantasy V. I guess that depends on when he gets off work and what kind of mood he's in. So, but just stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.